Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. Barcelona take on Villarreal away from home in an absolutely crucial La Liga match, and this one of course is coming right off the back of that victory over Getafe on Thursday. And as we all know guys, we have to win every single one of our remaining fixtures if we are to be La Liga champions, and that includes tomorrow's clash against Emery's Villarreal in what should be an absolute cracker of a game. So without any further ado, let's get in to today's match preview. And this one will be coming to us live from the Ceramica Stadium at 4:15 PM local time, so an afternoon kickoff over there in Spain on the Sunday afternoon. As mentioned guys, that is actually quite a tight turnaround considering we had the game against Getafe very, very late, remember, on the Thursday evening, and now we've got the Sunday afternoon kickoff, and I think we all recognise this is not only a really big test for our side guys against a team like Villarreal, but of course it also is an absolutely massive match. And I do really want to begin here with Villarreal, who I think straight away guys we all recognise, it's good opposition, it's going to be a hard game for us. And I think over the past decade, to be fair, they've had some quite up and down seasons in La Liga, some scrapping relegation almost, others in the Champions League and in Europe. It's been quite an odd last decade for Villarreal, but this season in La Liga they have been doing well, and they do have some high quality players, they've got a good coach, and of course, they do also play good football. Regarding their league position, Villarreal come into tomorrow's game in 7th position in La Liga. They are, however, just 1 point off 5th place Real Sociedad, and they are one of those sides, of course, who are battling out to get Europa League football through the league this season. And of course, they actually do also have a Europa League semi-final tie coming up. They will be facing Arsenal midweek, so that's going to be a really interesting game. And of course, they have 2 potential routes there into Europe next season, perhaps even into the Champions League if they were to win that whole competition in the Europa League. But you would wonder, will Emery rotate for this Barcelona game, knowing he has Arsenal on the Thursday? We've got to wait and see what he decides to do with that one. And I do actually think that's an interesting point because yes, Villarreal are just 1 point off 5th, and I think they will recognise they have a good chance here in tomorrow's game to get some more points on the board to really push there for those Europa League spots, because of course, they'll know that other sides around them are also going to be trying to win their matches. Real Sociedad, Real Betis, interestingly, they're far up there as well, but they've also, of course, got that game against Arsenal on the Thursday. So what will Emery prioritise? You've got to say he's got to make that decision, as we just mentioned. But if we do take a look at what Barcelona must watch out for in tomorrow's game against Villarreal, I'd say it's their quality and their system. You've got under Emery there, despite actually losing their last game 2-1 midweek in La Liga against relegation-threatened Alaves, Villarreal will have plenty of quality to choose from. You've got to say, the likes of Gerard Moreno up front. He's been on absolute fire again for Villarreal this season. He's done a lot of seasons straight now in La Liga, scoring a lot of goals, and he will certainly there be heading to the Euros with Spain this summer. I think if you look further back there, they do have a pretty solid defence too. Of course, they've got Asenjo in goal, who's been in La Liga for a while now. They've got Foyth at right back. Albion's going to be there. The promising Pau Torres is also going to be included in tomorrow's game. You look forward into that midfield, the quality of Parejo. He's another player who's been there in La Liga for a long, long time now. He's at Villarreal this season, and he always has quality on the ball. And I think a personal point for me, someone to look out for, CHUKWUEZE, and he's the sort of player I'd always look out for on the opposition against Barcelona. If we're leaving spaces, if we can't really deal with the pace in behind, then we're going to have big issues against CHUKWUEZE. So watch out for his pace, watch out for his talent, and often he does cause Barca problems whenever we do come up against Villarreal. But what I would say about Villarreal is this: yes, they have lots of ability, they've got quality players, they've got that good coach, a strong system, but they will give us chances. And I think we've seen that, guys, right over the past few seasons actually at Barcelona, including this one, that whilst, yes, we may struggle with ability up front, we may have a bit of suffering to do in defence, but we also love playing against teams that leave holes in their defence. We saw that at Anoeta not long ago, back in March. We put 6 past Real Sociedad, so yes, they had quality in attack, but they left us spaces, they gave us chances to hit the balls in behind, and we absolutely dominated them on that night. And you look at their first fixture, by the way, of this game against Villarreal, that was Ronald Koeman's first game in charge of Barcelona professionally after pre-season. We beat Villarreal 4-0 on that day, and they really left big spaces, and we exploited those massively. So then let's now move on to ourselves in Barcelona, in of course what is another massive match week in La Liga. The tensions are high, the matches are coming quick and fast now, and of course this weekend in La Liga is also going to be a really, really big one. Not only do we have a massive game away to Villarreal here, but also, guys, Real Madrid will be facing Real Betis in Madrid on Saturday evening, so that'll be before our game, and then after our game there, guys, on the Sunday evening, Atletico Madrid will be visiting Athletic Club. So some big games in La Liga this weekend, some hard opposition for all 3 of the title challenges, you've got to say. And of course, also watch out for Sevilla, guys, by the way. They are sneaking up behind us. But I honestly do think, guys, the focus of Barcelona, it should honestly remain on ourselves here. If we win our games, The rest will take care of ourselves. We know that, guys. If we win all of our 7 matches, we will be champions. We have to focus on ourselves. And tomorrow's game, as we've all been saying, it's a really big one. It's a tough game, and in the 7 matches remaining, it may be one of the hardest we've got left. And we need to see our players massively up for this one. And I am confident coming into this game that if we keep things strong at the back and ensure that we do attack and exploit Villarreal when they do leave spaces, we will have some joy in tomorrow's game. I'm absolutely sure about that. I said before, you know, we've got to be wary. Of course, they've got players who can change games. CHUKWUEZE, Gerard, Moreno. You know, they've got Alcacer up there too, who used to play for Barcelona. So they have got good attackers to Villarreal. They've got a lot of quality in their team. But if they come for Barcelona, if they're leaving gaps in behind, which I'm sure they will, they're going to give us chances. We will have some chances to score a lot of goals, to get in behind, to trouble their defence, and of course, help us secure a really important 3 points. If we move on then now to team news, this is a squad list for tomorrow's game. We've got Dembélé and Neto returning. Whether Dembélé will play a part tomorrow, we'll have to wait and see. Whether he'll come on from the start, I'm guessing he'll either play in a starting lineup or from the bench. But we will, of course, have to see what Ronald Koeman decides to do with that one. Pjanic is out, by the way, guys. He's not going to be travelling for this one. You wouldn't have expected him to get many minutes anyway, to be fair. And regarding our lineup for tomorrow's game, I wouldn't really expect many changes, to be honest. Of course, we'll have to wait and see the rumours, the press conference, all of the news surrounding the team and whatnot. But I honestly don't think there'll be that many changes from the game against Getafe on Thursday. And with that in mind, this is my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. There is just one change here from the lineup that beat Getafe, and it's going to be reverting back to the lineup that beat Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey final. Dest coming back in there for Roberto. I'm not sure if Roberto took his chance there on the Thursday evening. I do think Dest will return to the lineup for this one. You know, you've got other players who could come in. I think in defence, Araujo will be knocking for a start. Midfielder likes Moriba, maybe to give Pedri some rest. And of course, now with the return of Dembélé, it will be interesting to see whether Koeman perhaps returns to the 3-4-3 or the 4-3-3 for this one, if he does want to get Dembélé in the lineup for this sort of game, perhaps to help us exploit the spaces that Villarreal could leave in behind. You know, Dembélé, he often can be a key player in these sorts of occasions. Moving on then to match predictions. This is what you guys have gone for. I did the poll a little bit late today, so I'm sorry if not many of you guys had the chance to vote on this one. I will try and get it out earlier in the future, but this is what you guys have gone for. And what I've gone for, guys, is quite an extravagant prediction. I've gone for Villarreal 2, Barcelona 4. I think it could be that sort of game. Like I said, I think Villarreal, they could score some goals on us. They could exploit us in behind. But the same goes for us, guys. I know we've got the ability to hurt Villarreal. And I know this sort of game, it is a hard one. It's a big one for Barcelona. But like when we played against Real Sociedad, guys, it is the sort of game that we can have some fun and we can have some joy in. And actually for Barcelona, it could turn out to be a really valuable game for us to get some goals on the board. So let's see what happens, guys. Of course, we are on the crunch time, really, of the season here. We have got some massive games coming up, and it is so important now to win all of them from now to the end of the season. This one tomorrow is a big one. As always, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed today's match preview, and we, of course, will be here after tomorrow's game to discuss it all in detail with you guys. So until then, enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you enjoy the game, and goodbye.